Welcome to Our Spain Poco A Poco. Hi, Gaetano. How's it going?
Buen dia, Tanya. I'm muy bueno.
Muy bueno,
muy
muy bueno.
muy
Muy
bien
bino.
vino.
Muy
Ah.
bino. Today we're going to talk about mayonnaise, which might surprise some people, but we're going to tell you why it is not a surprise to be talking about mayonnaise and their relationship and the relationship of mayonnaise to Spain.
Right, and as us have living here now for you several years, me more than a couple now, we are embracing and immersing ourselves in Spanish pride, and so mayonnaise is.
Exactly.
We are now finding mountains on which to die on, right? And this is our
Exactly.
one.
And mayonnaise is a good one because I think we all love mayonnaise. I do love mayonnaise. It's not a big part of our cuisine in our house, but we do have it, and we do love to dip French fries in it and things when we have them.
Hmm.
I don't know about you. Is it a
Oh, I've
big
been
thing?
eating mayonnaise with my French fries since I was a little tot. So, and and we are always on. So back in the States, we had our perfect mayonnaise, and so we're still trying to find it. And I think I have found my perfect store bought mayonnaise, and I'm sure you're gonna
Okay.
tell me there's other ones about how to make our own too, because I think I remember you telling me a few weeks ago you made your own mayonnaise.
Yes. Well, I was gonna say my when I go shopping for mayonnaise, my main thing is that I want it in a squeegee bottle. Like I want to be able to just squeeze it out the
Hmm.
bottom. So I'm not that fussy because I do think in this area specifically in food in Spain, I mean the products are just better. So I don't have to read the labels as much. It's still a habit for me, but I've found various good mayonnaises that are okay and but I like the squeegee bottle. It makes it easier. But if you have one that you love, I am willing to try because I have made my own. It is a whole other level of food if you're making your own mayonnaise. But you can't do that all the time because you got to eat it right
You
away.
gotta eat
So,
it. It
you
mess
know,
things up. It's not like you could just you're like, oh,
right.
I'm gonna make a ham sandwich 3 hours later. Now you've got your sandwich because
Yeah.
you had to make the mayonnaise from
Right.
scratch.
And then the next day you're back to the store bought one and you're like, oh, this is disgusting.
Right.
So you become a bit of a snob. So why Spain and mayonnaise? Do you want to start us on our little origin tour?
I can and I will. All right, so this was interesting. Back in like 1756, during the Seven Years' War, which I didn't know much about until I did the research and found out that Menorca was under the British rule and the French were coming to take it over. And the Duke of Richelieu,
Ooh,
he
yes.
conquered it. He won. He won his little battle, and as a
Right.
victory, his chef, making meal, and wanted to.
You must bring a chef to your wars. Is this what was going on back then?
Yeah,
Seriously?
I think so. Well, if you're out pillaging and plundering, you can't be cooking too. So
That's true.
so
Oh.
uh so the chef wanted to make a salsa blanca, as we call here, a white sauce, a cream sauce, and
Well, we
since
love those French cream sauces. I mean, I could see how you might want to bring your chef for those,
I think
for
so.
sure.
And since there was a war going on, there were shortages, and he couldn't lay his hand on nary a pot of cream, and so
Oh.
he compromised with eggs and olive oil,
Right.
and now we have mayonnaise.
I also just wanted to jump in and say the reason it's called mayonnaise is because they were in Menorca and the capital of Menorca is Mahon. I don't know if it was the capital back then, but it was the city port of Mahon, which is
Okay.
Mahon. So if you're looking at the name of our episode and wondering why we have an H in there, it is because it was named after the city, and that is how the name became mayonnaise, mayonnaise.
Right. Now there is some. This is where the French and the Spanish are in disagreement and laying claim, because the French say their chef invented it on Spanish soil and the French brought it back to France and perfected it. But the Spanish say the French got it from the townspeople. Like they gave him the idea and he
Right.
ran with it. And
I'm going with the
I am
latter. That
too.
seems more likely, doesn't
Yes.
it? Like, who just accidentally whips up eggs and oil? I don't know.
Right.
But, they're chefs and they're creative. But we're going with the Spanish version. And it also, I mean, it got the name, so it sort of holds water, I think, anyway.
Right.
So in Spanish cooking, we can get into a little bit of that, which is you don't necessarily think of Spanish cooking having a lot of mayonnaise, but if you live here, you will know that alioli is on everything. It's with everything. If it's not on the dish that you got, the restaurant will have it. It is a basic sauce, and that is a mayonnaise-like sauce, which is made with olive oil and egg yolk and garlic as a base, I think. And obviously you can add other things. So that's what you'll find pretty much everywhere. It's delicious, and I am a convert, and this is basically what we do with the mayonnaise that we buy now, is it gets mixed with garlic. Lots and lots and lots of garlic.
I love garlic. You know, as being an Italian, a clove of garlic is actually a head of garlic. It's not, you know.
That's true.
It's still
and that's still not enough.
And so I guess we should talk about, like, what is the difference between, you know, traditional alioli versus mayonesa. So originally, aioli, or in the purest form, or you know your purists would say that it's just garlic, olive oil, and salt, right? That's a lot of porter and messling.
Yes.
Mortar and pestle.
Mortar and pestling.
I'm sure
it is, and that would be the original. That would be the original version that is done, but that can separate quite easily, and maybe
to
that's
stabilize
why they added
it,
the egg.
and to probably make it more
kind of
more creamy now too, because of mayonnaise taking over the world. So.
That's true. That's true, and I have to say, I'm going to be very, very honest. If I've had it without the egg, I can't tell. So I may not have, and it may be that it always has the egg now, or it may be that it's so creamy when you mix just the garlic and the oil together properly that you really get a creamy sauce. I don't know. I don't believe I've had it without the egg, but I could be wrong. I'd have to have someone make both so that I could tell the difference, because if it's that close, I can't tell. And I believe what I've been having has the egg, but I could be wrong.
Well, I think if you're having it at like the little tavern down the street that has €4 tapas and meals and stuff, they're probably buying it in a jug, which was probably got the egg yolk in it, right, to stabilize it. Yeah.
I would imagine, yeah, but you can go to the carniceria, and I've bought these very small, little, cute, little pots of alioli from them, and it's absolutely delicious. And I think if there is an authentic, that would have to be it, but it is incredibly creamy and delicious. So, again, I don't know, and we'll have to explore to find that out. But yeah, that's basically the difference between mayonesa and alioli.
And where do you put your alioli?
On every food that comes out of the kitchen. And probably there's Spanish people crying everywhere with the things that I put alioli on. But traditionally, let's get into one of our favorite tapas in our family. One of Zena's favorites is the patatas bravas, which is a very kid-friendly, just chopped up, cubed little potatoes, deep fried, and then it has this white sauce and red sauce on it, and the white sauce is an alioli, and the red sauce is a salsa brava, and that can vary in spiciness and flavorness. We've had ones where we're like, oh my god, that's spicy, way too much for me, and other ones where you really couldn't taste the difference between the two sauces.
Right, and one that is like more red, less red. And I've tried like different brands from the store, and I still haven't found the one that tastes like the one from the one restaurant that has it the way that I want it.
You like it, and which is how spicy or
spicy? Obviously spicy. Yeah.
I will say, if you get a really good patatas bravas with an alioli and a spicy red sauce, it's really nice because the two of those together, when you start blending them, is perfect. So it is like a really good combination when you get that.
I do not disagree with you on that.
Not even for fun. What else do we have it on?
Well, we put it on our fried dishes, especially in Andalusia, like with fried fish. I mean, we do that here too. I mean, I do it in my kitchen. And then
so like instead of a tartar sauce, you would have alioli probably. Yeah.
Right. And they use it for, salad dressing like you would use mayonnaise. Like, it's a very interchangeable with mayonnaise here, like how you would use mayonnaise in England and back in the States, right? So
and then we have these pre-made. There's not a lot of pre-made food here, but in the grocery store you can get these pre-made salads, and they do have an American salad, which is kind of like a coleslaw, right?
Right.
Which probably has a bit of mayonnaise, but I wouldn't call that Spanish in any shape or form. But what seems to be very popular here, and you'll find it on every tapas menu, is the ensaladilla rusa, which is a Russian salad, which is like a potato, vegetable, tuna, and mayo salad. It's
it's like everything. Got some bits of carrots in it too. Like it's everything.
It can have anything, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not my favorite. Sorry, I will eat it, but I'm not buying it at the store and bringing it home. But if it's at a restaurant and they give it to me by force,
I think if you like a really, really mayonnaise-y potato salad, you might enjoy this one. But that is not how I like my potato salads. We're more olive oil and stuff on the potato salads, so we're not quite. But I think it would be comparable if you were kind of in that direction, possibly.
Right.
Yep.
And this is something I haven't had, which is it's called huevos rellenos, which are hard-boiled eggs stuffed with tuna or a ham filling, and it's topped with mayonnaise. So to me, that seems like an upmarket deviled egg.
It does kind of feel that way, and I will say I've never seen that. And I've seen huevos rellenos on the menu, and what that usually is. So this might be different in this area anyway. That's more of scrambled eggs, and they're really good. They'll scrambled eggs with a little bit of shrimp or a little bit of something, and that's like maybe one of us. It might be a starter on a menu or something. So they do that a lot. I haven't seen eggs like deviled eggs like this. Not against it. Seems like it might be good. I mean, I don't make them, but I can handle a good deviled egg.
And I mean, I do love dipping my like my prawns and crab cake, the crab meat and stuff in alioli too.
Yeah,
and
that is good
as well. I mean, it's
and then they're not big on loads and loads of vegetables, but they do love their artichokes here. So you'll get like a tapas artichoke that's going to come with an alioli as well, and that's pretty good. Asparagus probably too. So the next thing really is just the different regions have possibly slightly different versions of alioli, right?
Right. So I think where we live in neighboring Catalonia, they're both similar, and we like to pride ourselves that it's the most authentic, which is more of just the garlic and olive oil. Like there's no egg yolk in it, and it is a more pungent. And but again, I feel like I'm getting it with the egg yolk because I don't think I've gotten. I need to go to a real Spanish. I need to go with a real Spanish grandma's making the.
I was going to say, you need to find a grandma, yeah. Or at least I just need to find someone that will tell me for sure that this is what it is, and then I'll be happy. So that I didn't even think of that as a question to ask. Does the alioli have egg in it? Okay, never thought to ask.
Right.
Does sound good though, yeah.
And here they'll put it with, I know your favorite food, snails, and the
yes, can never
grilled meats
say no to a snail.
And they'll mix it with grilled meats and serve it with vegetables and those kinds of things.
So the next one is the Balearic Islands, Mallorca, Menorca, and Ibiza. Now that should be the original, right? Because that is literally where it should have started. Right. But they are closer to the more mayonnaise-like preparation where they've added the egg yolk and then whisk it all together to get it into into one delicious mayonnaise. And obviously that's where the name comes from, Mahonesa with an H. And this, I have not actually been to Ibiza. I've been to the other islands, but I haven't been to Ibiza. And we did learn that they put it with bread before meals there a lot, and I have seen that here too. So I will take that to be true because I have received sometimes in a restaurant a little bit of alioli in a little dish along when the bread came. So, and it is delicious to dip bread in alioli. So again, with anything is where it goes. I mean, everything goes with bread, obviously. So, and everything goes with alioli. So stick them together, and you've got a good thing going.
Right. And in Alicante and Murcia, they call it ahoa a siete. Yes,
which is,
that sounds like I got all those letters in.
Ahoa a siete. So that is literally garlic and oil. Yes. So just name it what it is, people.
But what they will sometimes do down there is use either boiled potatoes or bread as a stabilizer to help with the emulsion, which is different.
So I could see that would work. I mean, you just need something to bring it together, because I would imagine the olive oil and the garlic would be really good right away.
Right.
And I would imagine it would separate very quickly and also be quite hard. It'd be quite hard work getting it together in the first place, I would imagine. So having a stabilizer of some kind of emulsion thing that gets it together would kind of make it last longer. If grandma's not going to sit there and just stir all dinner, keeping it together.
That's what you have like the toddlers do. Just keep stirring that while the grown-ups eat.
Right? That's what the kids are for.
And down there, they'll use it with rice dishes like the arroz abanda and grilled fish. I mean, fish, imagine, in Spain.
Yum.
The
Fish,
coastal
yes,
towns of Spain
delicious.
eating fish. No way.
Shocking.
I was going to say one thing that I did learn in our research on my end. I don't know if you saw in my deep dive, my spelunking through the caves.
Your deep dive into mayonnaise.
Was that the reason why the Y was added was like a spelling mistake, that it was mayonnaise with an H for a long time. And then when someone was putting a cookbook together, heard the mayonnaise and just decided that was a Y because the H was silent. So that was their silent, letter to put in.
Oh, interesting. Well, it can't have been a British person because we have so many silent letters that no one would be
Right.
fazed by that. I wouldn't think. That makes sense, but we are going to call it mayonesa now in our house, just for fun, forever. So, I mean, that's pretty much everything we learned about mayonnaise and Spain, but it was fun to find out that it did originate here.
Exactly. I agree.
Until the next Poco A Poco.
Till the next Poco A Poco, Tanya.
Thank you for listening to Our Spain Poco A Poco. Since you love us so much, please do go on to our social media and follow us and like us and subscribe where you're listening, because it really does help us to grow and stick around and do what we are very much enjoying doing.
And, give us a shout out on the social medias. Give us a comment on what you would like to hear us talk about. I mean, we like to hear ourselves speak, but we do want to make this, informative for our listeners.
Absolutely, yeah. You can comment on one of our posts, or you can send us a message through our Spain Facebook page or Instagram. So we would love to hear from you.
Yes, we would. Till the next episode.
Bye.